Hi guys, Mark here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are on the last part of this project, literally just converting it to the mobile uh, viewers on phones and stuff. So if you didn't watch the first step on how we came up with all this video, please go ahead and watch the previous videos in this series, so that way things make much more sense on how we went over everything. So without further ado, let me go ahead and minimize this whole thing. So I'll link the CSS script, that way it's, you can refer to it when you need help. Okay, this is where the JavaScript pretty much comes in. And if you missed, I really have an exclusive video in the previous series that explains how to create this navigation menu. However, you may as well use Bootstrap to create your own or to create this interactive navigation menu. Okay, so earlier on, I think let's go ahead and start here. So if you want to create stylings for mobile views, first of all, you would use this media query, and honestly you just use at media only screen and the maximum width of 1200 pixels. You're literally saying when the maximum screen is 1200 pixels, please do this. You're really just making a negotiation with the browser, so please just do this. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into it. And we have the header, which is the ID over here. As I said, it has two div sections. Yep, and we're just giving it a width of 90%. That's why you see it literally in the center. And then we're giving it a border radius of 0.5, height of auto, display column. Why? Because there's something just below it. This is I'll show you that this is the menu. Okay, so you're really saying the menu logo should be at the top and the link should be at the bottom. All right, so this is why it's in a column section. Okay, so moving forward in here, honestly we're not gonna do so much in here because maybe not. So we have the SVG initially as it was, nothing changes really honestly. And what we are doing here, we're taking advantage of these images. This is how you create your custom animation for this interaction for the hamburger icons. So this is why I created these two icons, and what I did is that I gave them an ID, if I'm not mistaken. So but before that, we are creating a class, and this class will be used in JavaScript. Okay, I maximize this. So take note of this class. It's saying flex direction column, background black, transition blah blah blah, weight auto, height auto, and width is 100%. So what happens is that we are gonna use this class and append it to this pop-up menu. Okay, I'll show you this later on. All right, so what we are doing in here is that, let's see, come on. So I'll show you this class later on. So let's move forward to the menu logo. Is there anything really significant? Yeah, because we have these two images, these images, and then we have the logo as well. So we are hiding the whole pop-up these links initially. Okay, so we're saying the logo and these images. So one initially is going to display. I'll show you how to go about it. Just pay attention to these IDs because they will really be important later on. Okay, so giving them a space between so that they are pushed at the end. And then the image, the regular stuff, display flex, cursor. If you know, in mobile views, honestly, a user would not use any cursor, so we don't need that, honestly. So this is the ID icon close. Okay, so this image, the second image, icon close, this is what we're talking about, this icon close. Okay, so initially we're giving it a display of none because we don't want to see it. Okay, if we change this, I really have a video for this, and please, I'm gonna go through this real quick, so just feel free to go back to the previous project we worked on. There's an exclusive video of all this, but to go through it real quick is we are just right now it's not gonna show because because of JavaScript is already taking over. But honestly, we're just displaying, we're just hiding it. If you are working on this project right now, you would see it showing because you haven't applied the JavaScript yet in this project. But if I comment out the JavaScript in here, and then I leave this back to flex, yeah, it won't, because the other styles in here that are already taking over. But feel free to play around with this as you please. So, and then we're moving forward to flex direction column. Where is this again? Actually, this is, let's see, maybe I was commenting on the wrong one. Yeah, so see, if change this icon to flex, you would see both of them here, but we don't need them. That's why they are none. Okay, we don't need both of them. And then in JavaScript, we shall flip them to, I'll flip this icon close to flex, and then flip the hamburger, this one which is currently showing, to none. Okay, so moving forward in the dot menu, which should be right around here. So we initially doing the opposite. Whatever we did earlier on in desktop version, we're just doing the opposite. So right now, because the tricky part is just right here in the menu, so we are displaying the links, we're hiding them because we don't want to see them. If I try to show them, you would see them right there, but we don't need to see them. We just want them to show up when the user clicks on this menu. Yeah, the menu has all these displayed in a column way, because we want those links. Initially it was raw, okay, because we're in the desktop, but now in the mobile version they should display in that way. Okay, and this should be none, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that should be none initially. Then we shall use JavaScript, we shall add a new class, which is pretty much the same class, but we shall add a new class in JavaScript. Okay, then the menu items are all changing to column. Okay, column, the padding, reasonable padding. Then the links also reasonable, just reasonable, giving them 100% because we want them to show up in that container from end to end. Right, the intersection. The intersection, this is where immersive experiences that deliver. This is the intersection. Honestly, the rest is just flipping things around and playing around. So in the mobile version, you're going to be playing around with width, height, display flex, and flex direction, raw to column. Okay, in desktop you want things to show up in a raw format. In mobile, things should be column. Pretty much that's it. Okay, so moving on, intersection, intro header. Honestly, I'm just looking into things here that, because if you use that trick, that's gonna simplify everything. So intro, looking for intro header. Okay, intro header, this is where we are. Immersive technology, immersive experiences that deliver. Yeah, it's the 100% because we want it to show from end to end. Then intro header, pretty much the same, 100%. Then main section, main section, main section, main. Okay, right around here we are flipping everything to column. This is pretty much what you're gonna be doing all along. Just play around with these 4 things and you will be good to go. Then the image, honestly, you just have to style it as you please. Just give it, feel free. So one more thing, so if you give anything width of something, if you give it 100%, feel free to use percentages for the rest, because you're literally asking the image to be 95%. So if you don't use percentages for the margins on either side, it's just gonna be not centered, it's gonna be awkward. So if you use 95%, remember you're left with 5%. So just use some math in there and just split 2.5 2.5, which is a total of 5. That way the image will be perfectly centered. Okay, image details, pretty much the same. Where is our image details? Right around here, this one. Image details, we have honestly we have only one, so this actually does not even do that much, but still you would want to explicitly just put it there. Then when we get to the image position, image details position, we want everything to be in a column. Okay, in a column format. The header and the paragraph in a column format. That's pretty much it. The creations header, if we move on to the creations header, as you can see, some because the main is already being affected somewhere here. Okay, so if we go to the creations header, still again creations center, since they were in a raw format earlier on, so we're flipping them to column, pretty much the same. Width is 100 because you want them to pad on either side, just like that button you see over there. Then the button, pretty much again the same, 95%, giving it some space at the end. The creation section, the card section, we were using the grid system earlier on, so right now we want to use just only one. Alternatively, we could just take that out and then they would all show up in that format, but I wouldn't do that. I would just leave them to display because these are really small cards. So if however, you could just use display flex and then everything, then flex direction column, everything will just show up in that manner. So, and then in each card we have 2 divs. Okay, we have 2 divs in here, and card where are we? Cards categories, yeah, display flex, everything again column, column in the mobile desktop, mobile version. Then the width is 100% for these images because you want them to fill the whole card. And then the cards title, pretty much the same. Just honestly, I don't even think this matters. Let's see if there's a difference. Well, yeah, because initially in the desktop they were on the side, so that's why we are taking advantage of this justify content center. Okay, then cards title hover, honestly this is, so we are removing the hovering because on mobile, on phones, you don't really hover that much. Then footer links div, flex direction column margin, footer links, that's here we are right now. I noticed, if you notice, I'm skipping this because these are already in a column display from the desktop, so honestly you don't need to style them again. So social links, this is where the logo and the social links were. Again column, width, rights is again column. This is where the right, this is the right section where there's the link, then we have the links and the copyright section. Then the links, explicitly it's asking them to display 100% background red for testing purposes. Yeah, that's why you see there 100%. And pretty much that's attributes again, column. These are the attributes, that's why they're in a column format. That's pretty much of this CSS. So just one thing here, we had the pop-up menu, so I want to get into JavaScript real quick. Go up that, and then we pop up the JavaScript right here. Okay? So this we honestly had a class here that had, it should be right around here. Okay? So we got the hamburger icon. This is the one. Get the icon close. Literally just I'm gonna go through this real quick because I have it in my previous video. Hamburger icon. We're getting the IDs, then we're getting the header. Okay, the header where everything is contained. This is the whole header. Everything is contained in here. And then we're getting the list, this actual list, you know, under the header. Okay, and then what we're really doing is that if the user clicks on the hamburger icon, then listen to click events, and then change the hamburger icon to none, and then the close icon to flex. Honestly, that's it. Then what we're doing is adding a class to the header. Okay, adding a class to this whole header. This whole header. Remember, where is our header? Our header has okay, this is the ID for the header. This is the ID for the header. Okay, so what is in our header? We have the menu and we have the, you know, okay. So we're really adding, honestly, just adding a class, and this class, so this class, so we're getting the header, adding a class to it, which is the pop-up. This is the one, and styling everything in a column section, a column format, and then the width of 100%. And then also remember the height here was automatic, so right now we're changing the width to be 90 vertical 90 vertical height, whatever you would call it, but it's, you know, the vertical height of the whole mobile view. Okay, so that's why you're seeing it's 90. This is from here to here, it's gonna be 90. Okay, and let's see anything else. Yeah, initially this header, the ID has a position of absolute. That's why you're seeing, you know, it has this glassy look on top. So what we're doing, honestly, we're just getting this initial class and appending more styling to it when there's a click event. So this class and appending more styling to it, you know. So the column is still there, the width is 90%, and we're just appending more style to it. Okay, pretty much that's it. That's what's happening. Then the menu, initially this menu, okay, in the mobile was on display none. Okay, and then we're changing it to display flex. Okay, then we're doing the opposite again. What we did here, just copy this, paste it here, flip everything that you did here. So now if what we're doing is that, so this is, now we're at this step, the user has already clicked this icon, this menu, the menu has popped up, and then if the user wants to close it, so we're doing the hamburger, the initial hamburger icon to display back to flex, and then we are hiding this one. Okay, we're hiding it from the user, and then we are removing this styling of this class. Okay, this class that we just added, we're removing that styling, and then we're taking back the height back to auto. Why are we taking it back to auto? Because you know, there's honestly we don't need to see it anymore, so this height should be automatic, the whole header. Okay, that's why the height is automatic. But if the user clicks on it, the height should be 90 vertical height, whatever you call it. You get the point. So the menu, and then the menu should hide again. So that's, this menu list should hide again. Remember the menu list, if we look it up here, this is the menu list. This has everything here, so it should hide again. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching all the series from the beginning to the end. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I normally bring out several videos on a reasonable schedule for you to figure out how to build real world projects. I don't do the basic HTML, do this, do that. I build real world projects so that you can get into the industry and work on something as an experienced developer. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, comment, like, so that we can beat that YouTube algorithm, so that that way they know I'm doing some great work here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.